Well, those classic video game characters are back, and this time, they're gonna wreck it. This time, it is the internet. Ralph wrecks the internet. Breaks the internet, excuse me. Once again, the cast are amazing. John C. Reilly and Sarah Silverman totally kill it as Ralph and Vanellope. Once again, we see the video game world as a living, breathing entity, and it's totally believable and realistic, and sometimes I can't help but wonder if some of the props they manipulate in that world are real props, because the CGI has just gotten that good. And now we go to the internet, and wow, does it not disappoint. The internet is depicted as a metropolis. You get to see the modern stuff that's real, stuff that's made up for the movie. We even get to see the remnants of the internet that was back in the early 90s as a ruin. And I totally believe that world is real. Of course, the only non-realistic aspect was the lack of a certain batch of adult content. Let's just say this is a more sanitized internet. But honestly, it didn't matter, because this is a solid sequel. It continues the story, it ups the stakes. It was just a really good movie. Even the Disney princesses, who should have been caricatures, were decent characters. And while there is the presence of some of Star Wars stuff in the Disney section of the internet, it wasn't crammed down our throats. It was respectful of the fandom. Wreck-It Ralph 2 was just a really good movie. If you're a fan of any of this stuff, you gotta see it. Heck, if you're not a fan of any of this stuff, you gotta see it, because the animation on display is awesome. The 3D gimmicks, while still gimmicky, are decent. So if you want to see it in 3D, that's great. But if you don't want to see it in 3D, that's still great, because either way, it's an awesome movie. The characters are just wonderful to watch. The voice acting is on point. I can't gush enough about this movie. With the exception of certain aspects of the internet not being around, because after all, this is a kids movie, they had to clean it up a little bit. It's still a believable, solid characterization of something we use every second of every day. And that's all I have to say about Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph breaks the internet. Now I'm going to go surf online.